Industry is an economic activity that makes resources useful, and it provides us with many useful things. However, it harms the environment by causing different types of pollution, which we will be learning about in this video today. Industries pollute the air by releasing fumes or smoke that contains harmful gases. And this causes air pollution. Now, industries particularly release carbon dioxide in large quantities by burning fossil fuels, right? So industries burn fossil fuels and release large amounts of carbon dioxide, which is a greenhouse gas. So when they release large amounts of carbon dioxide, which causes global warming, it increases the temperature of the earth to such an extent that harms the overall health or overall well-being of the earth. Also, while it releases large amounts of carbon dioxide, they also give out soot. Now, what is soot? Soot is a brown or black powdery substance that is often a byproduct of incomplete combustion. It is unburned particles of fuels. So when this is released, when carbon dioxide is released, they also give out soot, and it is often known as carbon black. So this soot that is powdery in nature is often very sticky, and it sticks to the exhaust pipes, as you can see here, and it can cause blockage. Apart from carbon dioxide, industries also release fly ash and other harmful greenhouse gases that add to air pollution. These harmful greenhouse gases may include sulfur dioxide, oxides of nitrogen, and methane. So they are as dangerous as carbon dioxide, as they add to global warming and negatively affect the health of the earth. However, global greenhouse gas emissions can be classified under different economic activities that lead to their production. And these can be electricity and heat production, agriculture, forestry and other land use, buildings, transportation, and industries, and other energy resources. Now, you can see that it is very prominent or evident here that industries hold a large share in this pie chart, showing that industries cause a major emission of these greenhouse gases that is very harmful for the environment and add to air pollution. When sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide is released from the industries, they react with oxygen and water in the atmosphere to form sulfuric acid and nitric acid. These harmful solutions may lead to acid rain. Acid rain is very harmful for all forms of life on both land and water. So we just understood how industries negatively affect the health of the air, or rather the earth as a whole, right? However, it also affects, or it also pollutes water. The wastewater from industries is usually discharged into nearby water bodies. Yes, and these wastewaters contain harmful substances like toxic chemicals, grease, and oil that causes water pollution. Now, when these substances are not treated, or when wastewater is not treated properly and directly discharged into nearby water bodies, then it is very obvious that it will pollute the water bodies and will also cause harm to the marine animals and marine plants. So when this wastewater is let or allowed to seep into the ground, it also pollutes the groundwater. Now from this image you can see that factories release volatile organic compounds, which we'll be learning about later. Industrial waste processing facilities release heavy metals, and when oil tanks leak, the oil from these oil tanks also seep through the layers of the soil and enter into the groundwater. So when all this mixes with groundwater, they definitely pollute the groundwater and make it unfit for direct consumption. So we see that toxic substances like volatile organic compounds are released from industries, heavy metals from industrial waste processing facilities, and oil from oil tanks. Now when these are released from these different sources, they seep into the ground and reach the groundwater and contaminates it. However, the volatile organic compounds can have various sources like petroleum fuels, paint thinners, dry cleaning agents, pesticides, moth repellents and air fresheners, and also aerosol sprays. Now, when these volatile organic compounds are released from industries, as you can see here, they enter into the ground and they may also evaporate into the atmosphere. So when they evaporate into the atmosphere, there in the presence of UV rays, they very rapidly mix with nitrogen oxides present in the air. When this happens, they turn or convert into ground level ozone. Ground level ozone can be very, very dangerous for human as it can cause various health issues, right? So these various health issues can include aggravated asthma, irritation in eyes, nose and throat, and various lung diseases. Other than that, when these VOCs enter groundwater and contaminates it, it can be very, very fatal if directly consumed. However, even heavy metals and oils leak from different sources. When reach the groundwater, it contaminates them, and on consuming this, it can be very, very fatal for humans, causing different kinds of health issues like reduced central nerve function, reduced mental function, and may harm lungs, kidneys, and other vital organs. Now, when factory waste containing harmful substances are buried in the ground, the soil gets polluted, causing soil pollution. So we just saw in the last video that when harmful substances are released from the industries, they may pollute groundwater, causing water pollution. Similarly, you saw that these substances pass through the different layers of the soil and enter the groundwater. So they are simultaneously affecting or negatively affecting the soil health. Other than that, when factory waste is directly buried into the ground, then it may also cause soil pollution. It may leave the soil or the ground very, very unfit for cultivation or any other activity and may lead to overall degradation of the soil quality. So since then, we have been learning that industries pollute water, industries pollute soil, and they cause harm to life. But how exactly does this happen? This particular phenomena is known as biological magnification or biomagnification. So biomagnification is nothing but a process in which toxic substances that may include both industrial pollutants as well as harmful pesticides from agricultural fields that increase in concentration as they move up the food chain. Right. So from the term biological magnification, what do you understand? We understand that there is magnification or there is increase in concentration of the toxic substances that may include both industrial pollutants and harmful pesticides as they move up the food chain. The food chain, you know, includes organisms, living organisms from smaller to more developed living organisms. So it's a biological magnification. Now, how does this happen? So this is a very simple example of biological magnification. So you can see here that water, say for instance in a particular place, contains this many toxic substances. So when this water is absorbed by planktons, the concentration of toxic substances increase. So when these planktons are consumed by fishes, the concentration increases even further, right? When these fishes are again consumed by birds, you see there is a huge increase in the concentration. So there was a rapid increase in the concentration as there was leveling up in the food chain. So for say a person wants to eat this bird, for say in a jungle or any other adventure. So what do you think will happen? All these concentrated toxic substances will be directly consumed by this man and he'll be very unaware of it. He may fall sick later because of the presence of these toxic substances. So biological magnification is a direct reflection of how industrial pollutants harm life. So here's another example to make more clear how biological magnification affects life. So mayfly are insects that are present in water. When this mayfly is consumed by bluegill, bluegill is a freshwater fish, right? So when this mayfly is consumed by bluegill, you see that the concentration of toxic substances has increased when consumed by this bluegill. When this bluegill is consumed by bass, then the concentration increases even further. Bass is a fish that is present in both freshwater and saline water. So humans being unaware of the fact of the increase in concentration of toxic substances when consume these fishes, then there is a huge concentration of toxic substances that they are consuming and they are unaware of it, right? So it may directly cause harm to their health or may even prove to be very, very fatal. So since humans are at the top of the food chain, they are said to be most affected by the process of biological magnification. So before moving on, help me answer this simple question. Who are most affected by the process of biological magnification? Is it the insect or the cat or the human being or the earthworm? Yes, we just learned that since humans are at the top of the food chain, they are said to be most affected by the process of biological magnification. What you just heard is a noise in the factory that a factory worker is exposed to almost on a regular basis. Imagine that you have to be present in this factory with such loud noise on a regular basis or every day. Will you be able to bear it? Will it not be stressful? Yes, it is very stressful. Long exposure to loud noise from various machines, generators, electric drills on a regular basis may cause irritation and stress. It may also harm animals that live in and around the industrial areas. So you see, besides polluting the air, water, soil, industries also cause noise pollution. It may cause or it may hamper the mental peace of people and animals that live in and around industrial areas. So here we have a graph showing variation of noise pollution level with location. So from the graph we understand that commercial areas cause around 85 decibels noise pollution, while road junctions cause around 90 decibel noise pollution, while industrial areas are causing more than 150 decibels of noise pollution, while passenger parks cause noise pollution around more than 80 decibels, and high density residential areas cause noise pollution around 70 decibel, while low density residential areas cause noise pollution around 60 decibels. So from this approximate values, we just understood that industrial areas cause the maximum level of noise pollution in comparison to other locations or other areas. Is this right? No, this is very, very wrong, as it is causing harm to the mental peace of people and animals around and in industrial areas. So industries have to be very, very careful or use such technologies or machines that cause minimum noise pollution so that people could peacefully live or animals could peacefully survive in and around the industrial areas. So in this lesson, we learnt how industries cause various types of pollution. Industries causes huge amount of CO2 emission, that is a greenhouse gas. Now, other than CO2, it also leads to the air pollution of other greenhouse gases that can be very, very dangerous for the air that we breathe in. Other than that, it also causes water pollution and noise pollution. The different types of toxic substances that move out from industries tend to seep in through the layers of the soil and reach the water table. These include heavy metals, volatile organic compounds, and other toxic substances. Now, they not only pollute and contaminate the groundwater, but they also destroy the soil through which it is seeping in. Now, the substances, the waste materials that are thrown out of the industries also causes the degradation of the land over which it has been thrown, or the land where it is dumped. So there are various negative impacts of the wastage that is created out of these industries, which on the other hand are economically very beneficial. So the industries need to take up proper measures so that pollution can be kept at minimum. We also learnt about a very important phenomena that has a direct implication or a direct effect on the humans, and that is biological magnification. Now, biological magnification is the increase of the concentration of toxic substances as it moves up the chain. So the food chain, where toxic substances move from smaller organisms to bigger organisms, here humans are most affected. So in our next lesson, we will be focusing on how to tackle these different issues that are caused by industrial wastage. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. You can also register for free at DeltaStep.com or download the DeltaStep app to learn one-to-one with our amazing teachers, or to get access to all our 5,000 plus amazing videos as per your school syllabus. Master each topic with our adaptive practice technology. Get million plus questions with step-by-step solutions and unlimited mock test. Get all your doubts resolved instantly. Learn via games and win amazing prizes like PlayStations and iPads. So at DeltaStep, learning is not just fun and easy, it is rewarding too. So register for free now.